How's it going, dude?
Pretty good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you got good speakers. What's this experience been like so far, just being at the Combine? I know you were an underrated recruit coming out of high school. Now you're kind of on the biggest stage. What's it been like?
Really, it's been amazing. Like, I kind of feel a bit vindicated, you know? Like you said, I've been underrated for a while, and I feel like I still am a little bit, but, I mean, it's been amazing. This is an amazing opportunity, something you always dream about, and, yeah, I honestly haven't really even processed it quite yet.
John, what would you say is the most important trait for an offensive lineman to have to be successful?
I mean, there's a few things. One thing I would say would be like a next play mentality. You know, you're gonna mess up. Like that's just part of the position. So, just being able to move on to the next play, kind of forget about what happened. Also, I would say confidence. Like you spend so much time, especially at tackle, on an island by yourself with guys that are more athletic than you, faster than you. Like you have to have real confidence in yourself to be able to go out there and play fast.
Like,
Are you heading into this thing kind of with an underdog mentality, kind of based on what you talked about, or I guess what is your approach to the combine?
I don't know if I'd call it an underdog mentality. It's just kind of how I am. You know, I just work. You know, I mean, I think that I probably am not quite as popular as some of the guys, but I mean, it is what it is. That's just how it's always been for me, and I don't really care. I'm just here to work.
So is that how you're approaching it?
Yeah.
Work?
Yeah, that's all it is. Just work.
How do you feel like you had to scout yourself? What do teams know about you?
They should know that I'm a guy, like I said, about confidence. I'm confident and I play fast. That's the biggest thing for me is playing fast.
How important has consistency been there? I know you obviously have started a lot of games and not missed too many games to injury. How important is that to your game?
It's huge. I mean, I think obviously I've been very fortunate, and obviously it took a lot of work to be able to start all 12 games the past 2 seasons and play pretty much every snap at left tackle. You know, I mean, yeah, it takes consistency, it takes durability. Yeah.
How much work goes into that? Obviously, I know whether it's eating, stretching, eating, nutrition, all that kind of stuff. How much work just goes into being reliable? Because that's obviously something that can be really important if you want to have a long career.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, it's the most physical, the most demanding position on the field. You know, so there's a lot of extra work that goes into it in the training room and even just at home, maybe doing stretching and stuff. So it takes a lot to be able to be reliable and always be available like that.
How much did Coach Cardwell help with your development? I feel like you really went off over those last 2 seasons when he was there with you.
Coach Cardwell he was amazing for me. You know, he helped me build my confidence as a player. And, yeah, I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about Cardwell.
How did he kind of go about doing that? How did he kind of manage himself in the meeting rooms or during practice and kind of get you to do that?
Well, when he first got there, I had come off 2 years of not really playing, and he came in one day and he was just like, I watched your film and like I know you haven't gotten the chance to play a lot, but I feel like you're a really good player and I feel like you can really do this, but you have to believe it, which was big for me. Like I said, confidence. I don't think I had that confidence in myself, and hearing him say that he thinks that I'm a hell of a player and that he knows that I'm capable of doing the things that I want to do, that really sparked the fire in me to be able to go out and do it.
John, what do you think is the biggest strength of your game and maybe one area that you're looking to improve at?
Big strength for me is pass blocking. I think that, like I said, I'm fast off the ball and I'm good with my hands. One thing I would want to get better at is being more aggressive in the run game, I would say. I feel like I tried to be more technique-based this past year, and I kind of want to get back to just running off the ball and just go get them,
Yeah, and if you could be in an offensive line room and learn from anyone, who would you pick and why?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say the Eagles is definitely the easy answer. They have the best O-line in the league. Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata. I'd say that would be just a great place to be. Just with all the talent around, I think that would be the best for sure.
You mentioned those 2 guys. Have you watched any of Tristan Wirfs?
Yeah, I have. People used to say I looked like him back in high school. I have. I've seen a good amount of his film.
Have you met with the Buccaneers at all this week yet?
Not yet this week, no.
Have you had a chance to meet with the Titans?
I have.
How did it go?
I felt like it went really well.
Was it a formal meeting?
No, informal meeting.
What other teams have you met with?
Oh, Lord. I've met with Eagles, Broncos, Bengals. I'm going to forget some. Cardinals. I've met with a lot. I met with a lot on what was that, Thursday.
Anything stick out in the interviews? Did they have you do anything that was unexpected?
No, most of it was expected. You know, I prepared to be able to draw up plays and stuff, so that was about all it was, really. So yeah, it was fun.
You know, having you play darts or ping pong or things like that?
What was that?
No darts, ping pong? Like,
No.
About the Jameer Gibbs, and he was like, yeah, they had me play darts and ping pong against somebody, you know?
No.
And I don't really know what it was, but I beat the other guy, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I didn't get to do that. No, not yet.
Favorite college moment?
I would say going to the playoff in 2021. That was like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
And how would you describe your game for someone that's not familiar with you?
I would say I play fast. I play hard. I play confident. You know, like I said, confidence plays in with playing fast. You got to be able to play with 100% effort all the time. So,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
John, has this always been like the goal, or did this kind of become more of the goal once you got into college? Like, take me through just your dreams of playing in the NFL.
I'd say it's always been a goal ever since I was a kid, but I don't think it really became real until I got to college. Obviously, that's when I realized that I actually had a real opportunity to do it. My freshman year, I was behind James Hudson, and seeing him get drafted, I was like, oh wow, like I know people that have gotten drafted. Like this is a real possibility now. It's kind of like shocking, you know.
Do you feel like that was kind of maybe motivation, just seeing like, oh, like this is pretty realistic if I just put in the work?
Yeah, it is. It was like, wow, okay, this is like, it's time to go now, you know?
Do you think positional flexibility is a strength of yours, and would you be willing to move over to guard if
Yeah.
the team wanted you to?
Yeah, I could play any position, yeah.
You had the chance to play under Luke Fickell for a little bit at Cincinnati. What can you say about him as a head coach?
I would say that he's a leader of men. He's intense. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that probably couldn't be coached by him just because of his style, but he's a leader of men, and yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
If you had to pick one game from your collegiate career as maybe one that people should go back and look at, what do you think it would be?
For me, it would either be Iowa State in 2024 or Arizona State in 2024.
What do you think you showcased in those games that was a little bit different?
Just violence, consistency. It was really just like a brick wall. Had some good games, yeah.
Have you met with the Chiefs this week, and what would it be like being on an offensive line with guys like Joe Jr., Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith?
I have not met with the Chiefs yet, but that would be amazing. I mean, that would be an excellent opportunity.
And just what's this process been like for you so far? Has it been kind of a whirlwind?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a whirlwind because, I've been doing the combine for a while. It's a pretty streamlined process, but, it's just definitely been like shocking. I don't think I've quite processed it yet, It's really cool.
When did you start playing football?
When I was like 4, like preschool. Definitely like way too early. I don't think you're even allowed to have kids play football at that age now. But yeah, I've been playing for a while.
Did you have older brothers, or who introduced you to football?
I'm an only child, but I would say just my parents. I think both my parents have always loved football. My dad never played organized football, so I think they kind of just took a leap of faith throwing me in there, and it worked out.
What were your parents' names?
My father's name is John. My mother's name is Lisa.
What other sports did you play?
Growing up, I played baseball and basketball. I hated basketball. So
Was it always offensive line?
yeah, it was always offensive line. Yeah,
John, how would you fit into an outside zone run scheme?
I'd fit in perfect. I mean, as a football player, I think you should be able to play in any scheme. That's part of the game. You got to just be able to play football. But being that we ran outside zone a lot at Cincinnati, I would say that's obviously where I'm most comfortable.
What's the strongest part of your game?
Right now, I would say it's my pass protection.
John, have you met with the Jags this week?
Who?
Jacksonville?
Yes.
Knowing that they have a Pro Football Hall of Famer and Tony Vaselli now in the front office, what would it be like just knowing that, one, you'd have a Hall of Famer as a sounding board, and two, a Hall of Famer would see something in you as an offensive lineman that he wants to
Yeah, I would say that'd be really reassuring. To have somebody like that see something in me, see potential in me, that would give me a lot more confidence in myself.
How did you grow up as a Bears fan, and what would that mean for you? Did you let yourself kind of go down the road and be like, oh, that'd be cool if I played for
Yeah, I was a Bears fan growing up, obviously, and yeah, that would be crazy to go back home and play for my city, my state. That would be amazing. Yeah.
What do you remember most about your time at Bowling Green? How important were those high school years to kind of helping you become the player and person you are today?
Honestly, what I'd say I remember most would be playing football. I mean, yeah, we had a great football team there, and it was just a good ball, you know.
How is this week and this whole process compared to what you expected coming into the combine?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure what I expected, to be honest. Like I said, I still haven't really processed it yet, so I'd say this is exactly what I expected, but it's also not what I expected. It's kind of weird, you know. I'm still not really sure that I'm here, you know. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I talked to Corey yesterday. He said in the meetings, drawing up pass protection was really easy because of the scheme that you guys ran at UC.
Right.
Was it kind of the same thing for you, and was it kind of just
Yeah.
a breeze doing that?
Yeah, it was pretty easy. Like a lot of the coaches, they'll have you like draw up fronts and stuff, and the way that we ID our defensive fronts is the same way that they do. So I would say we definitely got lucky with our coaching staff and how we do things, because it translates very well to the league.
Do you think that's going to really help with recruiting, that they can kind of sell that and be able to say you can come in and learn an NFL scheme as a
Yeah,
freshman, basically?
absolutely. Just knowing that half the stuff that they do, I kind of already know. So it'll be really good.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you.